Hi there everyone, this is Bilal Khan and I welcome you all to Simplified Coding. In this video, we are going to learn about another architecture component of Android Jetpack, which is navigation. Navigation is very important in any Android application. We design navigation in our application so that user can move across different screens of our application. But using the traditional approach of navigation sometimes becomes very complex. So to overcome this thing, now we have the Android navigation architecture component. So in this video, we will create a very simple application to demonstrate how we use navigation architecture with bottom navigation view. So we will create an application where we have a bottom navigation view with some menus, and when we will click on the menus, we will navigate to different screens. But before starting the project, I have a request. If you are not already a subscriber, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about the coming videos. So let's start, guys. So I will start a new Android Studio project and I am using Android 3.3. So you should also update your Android Studio if you are using an older version. Now I will select an empty activity, then hit next. Now I will name this application as navigation example, and then we have our package name. Then make sure you are using the Kotlin language, and I recommend you all, if you are not using Kotlin, then please start using Kotlin. It is awesome, guys. Now make sure you mark this checkbox. We are going to use Android X artifacts, and it is nothing but a new version of the support libraries. Now everything is good. Click finish. And I just updated my Android Studio, so that's why it is downloading something. So let's wait and our project will load. Once the project is loaded, we will add the required dependencies. So go to Gradle scripts and open build.gradle module app. And here inside dependencies block, we will add the required dependencies. As you can see, I have pasted the navigation components and the new material design. Now you can copy this thing from my source code. The link is given in the description of this video, and the link will take you to a GitHub repository. And you can also try the written blog tutorial. The link is given for that as well. Now after adding this thing, we will sync our project. So the sync is done. Now we will change the application theme to the new material design. So go to project and go to res and then values and styles.xml. Now here, instead of this app compact, we will use the materials components. So we will use the new material components. Now come to main activity and then go to activity main XML, or you can directly open it from here. This is our activity, and I will go to text, and instead of this constraint layout, I will use a linear layout just for the sake of simplicity. And I will use the orientation vertical. Now I will remove this text view, and here instead of text view, I will create a fragment. So we will create a fragment here. The width would be match parent and height would be 0 dp, as we are using a linear layout. Instead of height, I am going to use weight. And I seriously don't like this new indentation rule, but I will get used to it, I think. Now I will write weight 1. So this is our fragment, and we will make this fragment as our navigation host. And to do this, you need to define name and you need to define it as Android X dot navigation dot fragment dot nav host fragment. So by writing this, we are defining that in this fragment we will switch our screens, or this is our host fragment. Now we need to define a couple of more things, and the first thing is the nav graph. So we will define nav graph, and we need to create a navigation graph. This is actually an XML file where we will define the navigation rules or navigation graph. So right click on your res folder, or I'm using a Mac, so we call it a secondary click, and then go to new and then select Android resource file, and I will create a file named bottom navigation, and I will set the resource type to navigation. This is very important. Now hit OK. So inside this file we will define the navigation. So come back here in activity main.xml, and here we will define navigation bottom navigation. So this is the nav graph for our fragment. Now we will define one more thing, which is app default nav host, and we will set it to true. Now this is true. That means the navigation host can intercept when the back button is pressed. And this is our nav graph, and the name means this is our nav host fragment. Now after fragment we will define a bottom navigation view, and the width would be match parent and height would be wrap content. And let's write it like this. Now we will give an ID to this bottom navigation view, and let's make it bottom nav. And we just forget to give the ID to this fragment, so I will give it an ID as well, and I will give it the ID fragment. You can give any ID that you want. Now for our bottom navigation view, we need to define a menu. So again we will create a menu resource file. So right click on your res folder and then select Android resource file. This time we will create a file named bottom menu, or you can name your files whatever you want, and then in the resource type we will select menu and then OK. So this is our menu. Now I am going to create 3 menus, and for all the 3 menus I need 3 icons. Now you can create a drawable icon here. Right click, go to new, select a vector asset, and you can select a clip art from here. So I will select home. I will change the color to light gray, and I will change the name as well. So this is for home. Now the same way you need to create 2 more icons, whatever you want. I am going to create icons for favorites and settings. Now here we will create menus. So for creating menu, we create the item tab. Then we give ID to this item, and I will give the ID as home fragment. This ID is very important. I will tell you why. Then we will give the title, let's say home, and then we will define the icon. Only the ID and the title are compulsory, icon is optional. So I will define the icon as home, and the same way we will define 2 more menus. So we have our menu. Now go back to activity main.xml, and for the bottom navigation view define the menu. So you can see we have the menu here. Now, to display all these three screens, we will create three fragments. So come back to your project and on your package, right click, go to new and then select fragment and then blank fragment. Now here we need to put our fragment name. So I will give home fragment and we will create a layout for our fragment, and the layout file name is fragment_home. This is the naming convention that we use in Android. And I will unmark these two checkboxes because it will create unnecessary methods or functions that we don't want for now. Then hit finish. And here you can see the fragment is created. Now there is an issue. It is using the old app fragment. So you need to delete this and you need to import the Android X fragment.app.fragment. So this is the fragment that we need to use. Now I will remove these comments because I don't need anything. So this is our home fragment. The same way I will create two more fragments. So we have our three fragments. Now for the layouts, I will change it a little. Like I will change the text of the text view. So this is favorite fragment and I will change the text gravity to center horizontal and center vertical to make it on the center. Not layout gravity, only gravity. And let's change the appearance to headline. Okay, this is nice. And I will copy this to all the layouts. So we have home. I will name it home fragment and then settings. So I have all the fragments. Now we need to define the navigation, and to define the navigation, go to bottom_navigation and here click on this design thing. Now you need to click here to add the fragment to your navigation board. This is a visual board and it is somehow same as the storyboard in iOS if you use that. So we will add fragment home, then we will add fragment favorites, and then we will add fragment settings. So we have all the fragments here. Now make sure the ID of the fragment, which is home fragment 2, should match with the ID that you given in the menu resource file. So here it is home fragment, but inside bottom navigation, the navigation file, it is home fragment 2. So ID should match or else it will not work. So I will remove the 2. I don't know why it came here. So I will remove all the 2's. Now the IDs are matching, I think. Settings fragment, faves fragment and home fragment. Let's confirm it. Home fragment, faves fragment and settings fragment. So the IDs are matching, so it will work. Now to make it work, we need to add some code in our main activity.kt. So here first we will create a private late init var, and I will create a nav controller here of type nav controller. Now I will get the nav controller from navigation. So navigation.find nav controller, and the first parameter that we pass here is the activity. So we will pass this, and the second parameter is the ID of the navigation controller, which is our fragment. So the ID of the fragment is r.id.fragment. So this is our navigation controller. Now we will set the bottom navigation with navigation controller. And you know that in Kotlin we can access the views directly. So the ID of the bottom navigation is bottom nav. So we will open main activity.kt and we will write here bottom nav. So this is our bottom nav, and then setup with nav controller. This function takes navigation controller as a parameter, and we have the navigation controller here. So we will pass our navigation controller. Now we will use the navigation UI and we will call the method setup action bar with navigation controller. And this method takes again two parameters. The first parameter is the activity, which is this, and the second parameter is the navigation controller. This means we are setting the action bar with navigation controller, and that means when the navigation changes, it will update the action bar automatically. So that's why we have called this function. Now I will also set the back button, and for this I need to override a function that is on support navigate up, and here I will return navigation UI dot navigate up, and here I will pass navigation controller, which is nav controller, and the next parameter, it takes the drawer layout. So we will pass here null because we don't have any drawer layout in this application. Now it will configure our back button as well. So everything is done. Now we can run our application to see if it is working or not. So guys, you can see this is our application, and when I will click on favorites, you can see we are inside favorite fragment and then settings fragment. So it is working fine. You can also see this back button. It will take you to the home fragment. So it is working absolutely fine. So that is all for this video, friends. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you think the video helped you in any way, then please share this video with your friends. Thank you everyone. This is Bilal Khan now signing off.